Here's a content warning for you guys. There'll be discussion of a public mental health crisis in this video. Viewer discretion is advised. If you or someone you know is struggling, help is available out there. Hey up everyone, I'm Stef from MarketMaker MGMT, and today we're talking about something heavy that's been all over the news this past week. The recent mental health crisis involving longtime celebrity, blogger and content creator Perez Hilton. Now, if you missed part one of this series, then please check out my video I released a couple of days ago. However, here in part two, I will be discussing the lessons we can all take away, not only as content creators, but as viewers as well, from what Perez Hilton is unfortunately going through right now. So let's go through these lessons because first and foremost, guys, mental health in this context with Perez Hilton right now, for me, it's not content. Authenticity is valuable, of course, but a full-blown crisis is not something to process in front of an audience. If you're struggling, step away from the camera and the live button. Have a trusted person or professional you can contact offline first. Because going live whilst in acute distress, like Perez Hilton unfortunately did at his most vulnerable state, it can escalate harm, not only to yourself, but to others as well. The second lesson, it's really, really important to realize that offline does exist. Real life does exist. Build real support systems offline. Algorithms and comments, they are not therapy. Many creators, you may not know this, but they can fall into the trap. It's very easy to fall into the trap of isolating themselves in the work. I've fallen into that trap. Instead, schedule regular check-ins with friends, family, or a therapist who isn't also your audience. After major health events, physical or otherwise, recovery can include delayed psychological effects. Something friends close to Perez Hilton have reportedly discussed in relation to his earlier illness this year, when he publicly came out and confirmed that he was struggling with sepsis. Going on to the third lesson, protect your audience and your family. Because once something is live or clipped, it spreads. The saying goes, once it's on the internet, it's there forever. So think about who might see what you're putting out there. Children, vulnerable followers, your family, your loved ones. Perez Hilton's family has emphasized shielding his children and requesting that the media stop photographing them. So, as creators and viewers as well, there should be clear boundaries and emergency plans so loved ones aren't left managing, for want of a better phrase, a public spectacle. Now, going on to the next lesson, perhaps there should be food for thought when it comes to platforms and incentives that potentially need more scrutiny. Because live stream features reward continuous presence and high engagement. When moderation fails or it's delayed, real harm can actually occur. And as creators, maybe we should think about advocating for better tools. Use delayed streaming or private testing when possible. And remember that going viral, sometimes it's just not worth it. And going on to the second to last lesson, especially with who we're talking about right now, which is Perez Hilton. You need to remember he is still a human being. Compassion and accountability, believe it or not, it can coexist. People are complicated. Past behavior, such as the past behavior of Perez Hilton, doesn't erase his current suffering. And his current suffering doesn't erase the past impact on others. And so for creators and viewers, this means modeling empathy without turning someone's lowest, most vulnerable moment into engagement bait. For me, personally, I would avoid circulating graphic clips and share verified family statements or official updates instead. And the most important lesson to take away of all of this, normalize getting help early before it's too late. I did that earlier this year for my own mental health crisis that I was going through. And I have been open about that on my channels because I didn't want to hide it. I wanted to let people know that I am still a person like everyone else, and depression can hit anyone, even me. So I got help early. And I used myself as an example to try and put across that if anyone else is struggling, get help too. Don't leave it too late. And it looks like, unfortunately, Perez Hilton left it too late. So maybe we need to make an even more of an effort to normalize getting help early, because Perez Hilton's reported first words in the hospital was essentially a request to getting help. That is ultimately the goal. Reaching out before a crisis becomes public and medical. If the pressure of creating is mounting, take the break. I did. Hand off responsibilities or step back from platforms temporarily. Careers can recover, and some damage is harder to undo. Well, like I said, when I was going through my own mental health issues earlier on this year, I'm still going through it now. But when I was at my worst, yes, I took a break. I took a step back. But you know what? I built a community on my channels that when I was ready to come back, they were waiting for me with open arms. So don't be scared to take the break if you need to. You will not lose your audience. They will understand, and they will be there when you get back. And so, in closing, what happened with Perez Hilton is a reminder that behind every YouTube channel, every TikTok, Instagram, social media handle is a human being that, you know what, might be under pressure and you might not realize it. Content creation for some can be isolating, competitive, and relentless. The mistake, let's say, if we frame it that way, was allowing a private crisis, as Perez Hilton did, to unfold in a public, permanent medium. The larger lesson is more preventative. Prioritize real-world support. Set hard boundaries around when and how you show up online, and treat mental health with the same seriousness as any other professional risk. And guess what? We can learn from what Perez Hilton is unfortunately going through right now without exploiting. We can discuss the impact, as I have done, without graphic details. And guess what, guys? This might be revolutionary to say, but we can choose kindness over clicks. Now, if you're a creator and you're feeling overwhelmed, talk to someone offline today. If you're a viewer and you're feeling overwhelmed, again, talk to someone offline today. And if this video brought up anything difficult for you, the support is out there. Reach out, ask for help. There's nothing to be ashamed in doing that in the first place. And so, with that being said, to everyone watching, thanks for watching with care. Take care of yourself. And if you know some creators in real life, check on them. And I'll see you in the next one.